All right, welcome back, y'all, to Friday Feeling. We're essentially just trying to talk about how the rugby team is doing and what are our goals and kind of like what we've been up to. So those who follow us and follow Life U Rugby, we're just wanting to update you all on what's going on and how we've been going about it. What's up, George? Glad to have you back.
What's up, Esco? Good to be back.
Yes, sir. So I guess we'll just start off like talking about past 2 weeks, how we've been getting on. We've had lifts, different schedules of liftings. Practice has been going well in the cold, but we work cold, rain, snow,
Always.
whatever it is, working. But
Yeah.
yeah, just in your opinion, how we've been doing?
Yeah, the squad's been looking good. Everyone took the off season, the mid off season as we call it, real serious. A little bit longer than the squad's used to, just to hit, timing wise from back when we had the sevens to last week or the week before. And yeah, I mean, it was good coming back, good getting everyone back together again. We got straight into the gym, hitting, maxes, 1 rep max, 3 rep max, things like that. So there was no kind of easing our way back into it, which is good. That's just how we like it. Training wise, pretty much the same thing. We tried to just pick up where we left off from before. Get straight into the technical side of it rather than just getting everybody warmed up in this cold weather. But no, it's been good, and the attitude's been amazing from everyone. Everyone's taking these breaks to heart pretty much, and so they're making every moment count that they can, which is good.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think like the boys just came back with a lot more energy. Even when we had like Broncos, we had to run Broncos
Yeah,
the other day, and also doing maxes during the week. Like it was a pretty rough week on the body, but it was good because everyone was as far as mindset goes, I feel like everyone was locked in.
yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, coach told me that the squad's average time for the Bronco had got better from when we did it back in the fall. So that's certainly a good sign for going forward.
Yeah, and especially coming off winter break, and
Yeah,
for people who follow Life U Rugby, like we have a workout plan during breaks like these, like during in between quarters, and it's kind of like up to the individual athlete to like really hit on and have integrity to work on that. And so I think a lot of guys did take that seriously and did the work during the break, which is a good thing, which
yeah,
shows like
that's a
kind of
good
like
thing.
mindset towards the season. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so I guess this week we could talk about we just had a scrimmage yesterday. Um, just kind of your thoughts on I guess how both teams did and how I guess our rugby is looking for us.
yeah. So the leadership group and the coaches got together, and although the attitude of everyone was great, you could tell that there was some people who were eager to get going, but they just couldn't find that outlet for it because of the lack of competition. Really, our practices are great, and we go full throttle all the time, but there's only so much competition you can get from that. And so the coaches sort of gave us a few days preparation and said that yesterday, so Thursday of this training week, we were going to have a 30-minute scrimmage at the end of practice. You know, just make sure everyone is prepared, getting ready for who they're going to play with, against, things like that. And I thought it was a great idea. And building up to that all week was, you could tell the excitement coming out of everyone. It was almost just like that switch of, okay, here we go, it's time to start. Really showing what I can do. And it was for a 30-minute game, it was really high speed, really high competition, and it was a great show from everyone.
Yeah, and it was definitely good just to play rugby again. Like we hadn't played in a
Yeah,
long time. Yeah, so I mean, it was good just to play and get out there and you know when we're practicing hard, it's always we practice harder than the game. And so actually being able to play the game, it was nice.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, yeah, like you said, super excited about it, and we definitely got into it and passionate about it.
Yeah.
As far as how we played, what are your thoughts on just like how we stuck to the system? Not necessarily going into details on the system, but like um, how we set our goals, which goals do we have, and how we like accomplish them.
Yeah.
Green.
So I mean, coming into this training week, one big thing for the team Uno, we call them, was working on our defense and defensive structure, because we've got we've got a lot of tacklers in our team. Every single person on our team can put another person down. It's just we've got to make sure we get our structure right. And so all week we were building towards that, and it really showed in the game. We still have some work on, but the defense from Team Uno, as we call it, was you could see that the everyone tried to show out and show what we've been working on, which was good. And then for Team Dose, the team in black, yeah, it was just a chance for them to show that they're here to play, they've learned the system, and they're trying to play rugby with with the senior guys and everything like that, even if they've just come into it, which is great. And both teams missed some stuff, but they really showed that they've learned what they need to do. They've just now got to get more practice into it. There's not people not knowing, not understanding, which was great. And it was a real back and forth contest. I'm pretty certain that they had the ball a lot more than we did. They were on attack the whole time. They came very close a couple of times as well, and so it was just one of those games where it was, both teams had their own kind of thing to show, and it was just a sneak peek into what's coming next week and coming after that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely like got me excited for next week, and I guess the level of competition that we have, because we know it's gonna be a game regardless of
Yeah.
who's on which team. Um, so like as far as going into next week, um, I guess what kind of goals do you have set out for both teams, and what do you think they need to focus on?
Yeah, so I mean, one thing that the coach Carlton and the other coaches brought in after Christmas when we came back is on Mondays. Usually Mondays is our day when we're playing games, when we'll look at film, look at the previous week, look what we're gonna go into over the week and that kind of thing. And so while we don't have that, but I'm sure going forward we're gonna keep it. What the coaches have brought about is front row club and kicking club. And so for the first half hour of training on Mondays, our forwards are going to go, and they're going to, we've got some of the best available coaches to help us get into, our front rowers' technique and everything like that. And then we've got, Coach Cotton himself is a great kicker, and our other backs coaches, they're helping us backs practice all the different types of kicking. So that's one thing that I definitely want to work on going forward, and I know some others. You can really get a sense that everyone's taking pride in their own game, which is really good, because they've now been able to have a bit more freedom with that, rather than having to learn how lifey rugby plays. And so hopefully that just means everyone's going to bring all that together for next week. And that's what I hope for both teams. I hope everyone, now that they've got a bit of a better understanding of how our team is going to play and our structure, everyone can work on their own individual aspects and just bring it all together and show out as a unit.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. And I think having those extra coaches there is big time to help the younger guys and just kind of show them. One thing that one of our coaches said that stood out to me was like just being proactive instead of reactive, especially on defense, which was another goal of ours whenever going into yesterday's scrimmage, was just being able to have good spacing on defense, come up with line speed. And like you're saying earlier, I think we really did that as far as a team coming up as a unit and being proactive. There's a lot of things that, we could do better on, but there's a lot of, good things looking forward. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to see next how we react and how
yeah, that's
proactive we are. Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly. I want, you know, that's exactly what I want from every individual and from the coaches and everything. I just want everyone to be looking forward. Look where the next step is, and you know, rather than just thinking, oh, what could I have done? What could I have done after? I want everyone looking forward. You know, what's done is done. The scrimmage yesterday is done. Now let's be proactive, as you say, to get into the game next week. And yesterday was just a sneak peek, and if that's just a sneak peek, I can't wait to see what a full 80-minute game looks like.
Yeah, for sure. So for the players that, are trying to earn a spot onto the starting roster, I guess, do you have any words of encouragement leading into next week for them? The players that are listening.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I've always, I was really bad at this when I was, playing age grade rugby. You just can't put too much pressure on yourself because pressure builds naturally in every environment. And so if you pile on that extra pressure from yourself, you're just gonna force yourself to crumble. And that held me back when I was younger. And I don't know what happened. I decided to turn that switch and just look ahead and be prepared for everything that's coming your way. So, for the rest of the season, and we're just getting started now, which is the greatest thing. Is every opportunity, every training session is an opportunity to not only work on yourself but show what you can do. And as seniors are there to help guide you, because don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you're afraid to make mistakes, you're never going to do anything at 100%. And Coach Colton was actually someone who taught me that when I first arrived here at Life University. Is if you're going to do something, do it at 100%. If you don't do it at 100%, you're always going to fail. If you do it at 100%, it may be the wrong thing, but you may succeed in it and it may work out. So, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid with what you're going to do. And hopefully, as I've seen, hopefully I'm not wrong, is everyone's learned the system now. So now it's just about your individual processes, and that's a great way. That's a great position to be in. I think for us going forward is, we haven't got so much team stuff to focus in on and so much to work on. It's now just about getting everybody's individual attributes to, coerce together.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good, dude. Yeah, and I guess I would just on to that, speaking to, I guess, the people trying to earn a spot and just the rookies and underclassmen, and I've seen it already, but being able to seek advice from, a player that's been there and being able to just learn and grow and want to grow, being able to just take in everything and just try to soak it up and try to apply it the best you can. I think, as far as going into the scrimmage and, like you said, the rest of the season, for the players that are, trying to earn a spot, just soak up everything you can and just continue to grow.
100%.
Yeah, 1% better.
One thing that I'm very, that you kind of learn this along the way, in every sport, but one of the highest compliments that I think you can be given is being known as coachable. And a lot of people in the rugby community will know what that means, but just being coachable just means that you're someone that's constantly trying to learn. And when a coach tells you that you need to work on something or gives you some advice to help you with something, you're on it immediately and trying to apply that to your game rather than just ignoring it and going, you're doing your own thing. And that's one thing that the vast majority of this rookie class coming in has really shown, which is incredible. Just the willingness to work on themselves in every aspect, whether it's the gym, rugby, a forward or a back, anything like that. So that's one thing that definitely we can't let slip, because it's a privilege to have in the squad.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. So I guess leading into we'll be back next Friday to see and update everyone on how the scrimmage went and I guess what's looking ahead for us. So but definitely tune in next Friday for those who are listening. But that was just a bit of insight and about, you know, our culture and how we carry ourselves in the Life Youth Rugby program, and just try to, you know, carry these standards every single day in practice. So it's definitely cool to be able to express that with everyone who follows Life Youth Rugby. So I definitely keep on listening, keep on tuning in to George and I, you know, as we break down each week. But do you have any other things you want to say? And you
I
know,
just want to say thank you to everyone who follows us. We have, you know, some of the best fans in the world, and it's incredible to see, you know, posts on Facebook and Instagram, and seeing the support that we get and the love that we get. And so you know, it's a real blessing to have everyone follow us, and just listening to us two just have a chat. And you
yeah,
know, everyone in the program appreciates it. So just
yeah.
please keep listening. We hope we can entertain you as much as we can.